Right. I want you to do something a little bit uncomfortable. I want you to say your competitive advantage out loud. Go on the thing on your website. We really care about our customers. Our platform is best in class. 20 years in the business. Cute. Here's the thing. Most businesses are bragging about advantages that die on the very first question of the oldest test in strategy. It's called VRIO, Jay Barney, 1991. 4 questions, 4 gates. And each gate you fail caps what your so-called advantage is actually worth. Not my opinion, that's the framework. Stay with me because we're going to run your business through it and it's going to sting. Gate 1, value. Does this thing let you grab an opportunity or kill a threat that customers actually pay for? Not that you're proud of, that they pay for? And if the answer is no, listen carefully. You're not at 0. You're below 0. You're at a competitive disadvantage because you're burning money maintaining a thing nobody wants. That custom-built internal tool you love. If customers don't feel it, it's not an asset. It's a hobby with a payroll. Gate 2, Rarity. Say you run a small SaaS project management tool and your advantage is amazing customer support. Lovely. Now go and read your competitors' websites. Every single one says the same thing. Valuable but common gets you parity. That means you're allowed to exist. It's the ticket to the game, not the trophy. We answer emails fast is not an advantage. It's the 1990s equivalent of we have a website. Adorable. Gate 3, imitability. So your onboarding genuinely is better. It's valuable. It's rare. Customers switch to you for it. Brilliant. Now the hard question, how long until someone copies it? Because if a competitor can watch your demo, take screenshots, and ship the same flow in 6 months, what you have is a temporary advantage, a head start. And head starts are fine, as long as you know that's what they are. The stuff that's actually hard to copy is boring and slow. 6 years of usage data, a support team with knowledge in their heads that isn't written down anywhere, a history nobody can rerun. Competitors looking at you going, we can see it works, we just can't see why. That ambiguity is worth more than any feature. Gate 4, and this is the one that breaks my heart because this is the UK High Street Gate organization. You can have a resource that's valuable, rare, and genuinely hard to imitate and still lose because the organization around it can't capture the value. Toys R Us had the brand, had the sites, had a generation of parents, me included, who wanted to walk their kid down those aisles. Valuable, rare, you could not rebuild that nostalgia with money, and then the ownership structure loaded it with debt, starved the stores of investment, and torched the lot. The resource was real, the organization wasn't. So here's the full ladder, and write this down. Fail value, you're at a disadvantage. Pass value only. You're at parity. Add rarity, temporary advantage. Add hard to imitate. Now you've got a shot at something sustained and only when the organization is actually built to exploit it. Structure, incentives, investment, all pointing the same way. Only then is it a sustained competitive advantage. 4 gates. Most businesses I look at die at gate 1 or 2 and have market leader in the header of their homepage. Sound familiar? Yeah. Bless. Now, honest caveat, because I'm not selling you a magic quadrant here. VRIO is a snapshot, not a prophecy. The scores are judgment calls, not gospel. And barriers rot. What's inimitable today gets copied, commoditized, or eaten by some AI tool in 18 months. Passing once doesn't mean passing forever. You run this every year, or you're kidding yourself on a schedule. And look, I've run my own stuff through this and watched the thing I was smug about die at gate 2 in about 40 seconds. So we're all friends here. Here's your homework, and it's a dare tonight. Write your advantage down in 1 sentence. Run the 4 gates, no flinching, and then put it in the comments. Your advantage and which gate it died at. If it survived all 4, I want to hear that too, because honestly, that's rarer than the advantage. Go on. First gate's waiting.